hanging out, doing sports, hitting the locker rooms, and Jacques Morales like, say more, put it in the song. Yeah, this is awesome. Keep going, Victor. And
you'd have to be so oblivious, it would be insane.
Man, Jacques really liked me telling him all about the various details of my time at the YMCA as a youth.
I'm not gay, I'm just a moron. I have no idea what was going on.
Like, can you imagine, like, you're like several albums in, the band's appearing on TV all the time, and then one of your bandmates like lets it slip that they're gay, and you're like, whoa, bro, pause.
What are our fans gonna think?
Dude, you gotta keep that.
All of our very straight, very male, young fans out there are gonna be so upset.
If they find out that even a single member of the Village People is gay, it's fucking over for the Village People.
Yeah,
so
never gonna survive this with the audience that we have on the tours that we're doing.
I'm gonna hire you a girlfriend. Just for show. Yeah, I'm gonna hire you a beard. We cannot let this get out. And do not tell Jacques. Yeah. If Jacques finds out any member of this band is gay, he's going to be so upset. Jacques going to flip his lid if he finds out any of us are gay.
Yeah. He had to blow a guy to come up with the lyrics for this song. You think he wanted to do that? No.
He went down to the YMCA so he could like see it for himself. And he came back like 6 hours later and we wrote this masterpiece.
Yeah.
And it would just be so upsetting to him to find out that one of his creations, whether it be the cop, the construction worker, the cowboy, the leather daddy, if any of them were homosexual, it would break his heart.
At this point, I'm like wondering if someone from the Trump campaign at some point during the year reached out and was like, hey, can you just come out and say that this is not gay?
A lot of people are saying that we're dancing to a gay anthem all the time. Can you?
It would do a lot of help if you could just come out and say
we've made you a lot of money. Now return the favor.
Yes. Unless you want to end up like that
you think that like Trump's really that dumb?
Yeah, we threw him to the curb as soon as he got off script. Anyways,
like
apparently
might be
these two Village
I don't
people,
think if he knew.
They've been talking shit on each other for decades.
I don't know.
So who really knows? It's just going to have to remain a mystery whether or not the Village People made gay music. It's simply unknowable.
It's not in his control anymore.
Yeah, I mean... Listen, death of the author, the world is subjective. Anything can be a gay anthem, really, if you put your gay mind to it.
Sure. The Babadook is a gay icon.
Yeah, that wasn't in the script.
But it just happened to be very nice. It was a nice outcome.
But allegedly, the Babadook is allegedly a gay icon. Okay. Just to be clear. We don't know what other allegedly gay properties are becoming straight on January 1st, 2025.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But moving on from the topic of YMCA to the topic of the guy who routinely dances to it while pantomiming jerking off two dudes at the same time. Donald J. Trump and his next administration. He has assembled quite a colorful cast of characters to run the government for the next 4 years, many of whom are extremely alarming choices in various different ways, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. running Health and Human Services and having huge influence over healthcare in this country, despite very publicly having some utterly crank opinions on the subject.
RFK's anti-vax, anti-science health stances are obviously the biggest red flag about giving him this job. But let's not forget that he's also a total weirdo in several other ways, many of which involve dead animal corpses. He's also got that Kennedy gene that makes you try to fuck anything that moves and has a long documented history as a philanderer, including the scandal that broke just months before the election about the sexting affair he had with a journalist covering him.
When I was in my 20s, I was directionless. I asked some of my family members in the Kennedy clan, what do I do? And they said, become a philanderer. And I said, I will do just that right after I look up that word in the dictionary.
No, we said philanthropy.
No, I think he said philanderer.
Oh,
and I've been doing a great job at it, just like he said, just like my dad, just like my uncle.
Kennedys have very selective hearing. Oh, jeez. But in case we were worried that TV's Cheryl Hines would find the double whammy of her husband pivoting to MAGA while also being outed as a cheater to be a deal breaker for her marriage, good news. Good news, I guess. Couple is as happy as ever. As seen in some recent sponsored content Cheryl posted to Instagram.
No, you can't take a shower. I'm doing a video. No, you gotta give me a second, I'm doing a video from honey, it's 60% off.
Well, apparently true love can
take a picture to last longer.
Weather all storms. This couple, there's things going on here that we don't understand, I think. And
maybe she likes that he was so aggressively pursued by a young woman.
I mean, I can see the logic in that, I guess.
It is.
It's like a lady cuck fetish.
Yeah, it's strange. Poor Sharon.
Anyway, I mean, seems like she's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
She's sticking with it. But speaking of RFK, he will, of course, have Dr. Oz working for him. But, you know, you're going to need more staff than that. There's plenty more staffing up to do, and interested candidates can apply for an online form that turns out to be, oh my God, a bit odd. We've covered how weird job application personality quizzes have gotten in recent years, and this one gives candidates a list of statements and asks them to check the boxes that most accurately describe their personality. And those statements apparently include, I don't have much interest in having sexual experiences with another person. I believe things many others don't, like having a sixth sense, clairvoyance, and telepathy. And as an adolescent, I had bizarre fantasies or preoccupations. And I consistently use my physical appearance to draw attention to myself. Check all that applies.
Yeah.
Anyways, people looked into this, and apparently this specific personality test has actually been around for a long time. And it was a personality test developed by none other than Dr. Jordan Peterson.
Oh, we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
So in his own little way, Dr. Jordan
this
Peterson
is
part of the
feels
new
busted.
administration as
This
well.
feels worse than
Finally,
usual.
I can start
God
practicing
damn it.
America.
I'm about to just get off this game forever, man.
I guess I'll
Sucks.
just go clean my room.
Unless we change the rules.
Ubisoft.
Give
What's
him
wrong
his
with you?
America. I mean, actually, I think he did. He
Dumbass.
did live in the U.S. for a while in like the 80s and 90s. Anyway, they keep that man as far as possible away from any influence over the government. That is disturbing.
But in other RFK news, the man loves his raw, unpasteurized milk, despite all the obvious health risks. And it sounds like our country's raw milk policies may shift quite a bit under his leadership.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Here's The Guardian. Mark McAfee, a California raw milk producer whose products have been recalled several times recently due to burn-proof examination, said he has been approached by Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s team to guide the upcoming administration on raw milk policy.
Raw milk czar.
McAfee, whose dairy products were recalled after state officials detected bird flu virus in milk samples, said that the transition team for Kennedy, the nominee to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, asked him to apply for a position advising on raw milk policy and standards development. The idea, he told The Guardian, would be to create a raw milk ordinance mirroring the existing federal standard milk ordinance. Kennedy is a notable fan of raw or unpasteurized milk, including McAfee's products. If confirmed, he has said he would work to remove restrictions on raw milk, which the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, have so far advised against consuming.
Well, they're going to be changing their tune real soon.
Get the raw milk. Get it.
It's never been a better time to switch to non-dairy milk.
Please come work for my administration. And also, if you could just answer the question about whether you hear demons. And
I'm
make sure,
very interested.
and check the box that says you are not horny for me. I have a big problem. Everyone around me is horny for me. You can't use your looks around me.
It continues. Raw milk, which is not heated to kill harmful pathogens, has been linked to the outbreak of bacterial infections, including a strain of E. coli that can cause kidney failure. McAfee's farm has also been involved in several lawsuits stemming from a salmonella outbreak that sickened at least 171 people in California last year. The federal government does not regulate the sale of raw milk. States do, but the FDA prohibits the interstate sale of unpasteurized milk for human consumption. In 2008, McAfee's company pleaded guilty to putting pet food stickers on its raw milk in order to illegally sell it across state lines for human consumption. Insane. McAfee and other proponents of raw milk have claimed that it has more beneficial enzymes and diverse probiotics than pasteurized milk. The current FDA and researchers have countered that milk is not, in fact, a significant source of probiotics in the first place, or at least fucking shouldn't be, and that the bacteria found in raw milk, which come through infected other tissues, or the dairy environment, including soil, cow manure, and milking equipment, are not the kind that benefit our digestive systems. You want probiotics? That's what we have yogurt for. It's safe, and it's loaded with them.
We've solved the problem of real milk anyway. We have great alternatives that really do a good job. It's just bizarre at this point not to just chug down the milk of a different animal, but also the raw milk of a different animal.
Soy milk for me.
If it weren't for the fact that they could contract viruses that spread to other people, I'd say go nuts.
Yeah, I love with just anything, any of this crank stuff, it just completely ignores like the reasons why pasteurization exists in the first place.
It was a miracle.
Like it treats these like restrictions we have on food as if they're just arbitrary and not there for a very, very good reason.
It's like he has some ideas that I agree with regarding how people's diets should look, I guess. But going in to the government position, just being like, we got to get this raw milk thing handled.
We need to give every child in America, no child will be left behind.
It's
in the
such
quest
a-
for raw milk down there.
It's such a bizarre task to put at the forefront of everything.
Well, the man's got his priorities.
Yeah.
If he's not entirely laser focused on raw milk, his eye starts wandering.
Yeah.
And you don't want RFK Jr.'s eye to start wandering because there's a good chance he sees a hot young blonde or a dead animal.
That's right.
And that's when things get weird.
Hot lady walks by, just like in a cartoon. She turns into a giant glass of raw milk walking by. And he's like, gotta get a drink of that.
And then he just like floats towards her.
Hello.
Hello, scrumptious.
Hey there. I had a worm in my brain. You look like you could do a body good. Hey. Don't tell my wife.
So yeah, very cool. Exciting things are on the horizon for our country and the health of its citizens. But hey, at least you don't have to worry about raw milk when you order ready-to-eat meals and other nutritious snacks from this episode's sponsor, Factor.
Yeah.
Notice how the days are shorter, but your to-do lists aren't? Power through your busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. From breakfast to dinner and anything in between, Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled and feeling your best. Whether you like routine or you enjoy mixing things up, Factor has you covered with 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add to your box like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. Don't let shorter days slow you down. Stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service.
Factor lets you do you. Choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or simply eat well balanced. Because Factor's meals are chef prepared and dietitian approved, you're going to love not only how Factor meals taste, but also how they support your goals. And Factor is cheaper than takeout and dining out, so you can put that extra cash that you save towards holiday shopping. Find guilt-free comfort foods like home-style chicken and gravy and loaded mashed potato pork chops, feel-good vegan options like sweet potato and chickpea curry, and globally inspired flavors like Peruvian shrimp and red pepper collie grits.
Stay on your A game with quality ingredients you can trust and quality you can taste in every one of Factor's fresh, never frozen meals. Use your time more efficiently. So important during these dark months. Let Factor take shopping, prepping, cooking, and cleaning up off your daily list of things to do. Head to factormeals.com/50weeklyweird and use code 50weeklyweird to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code 50weeklyweird at factormeals.com/50